Driver fatigue was a likely cause of a freight train rolling backwards out of control in Cumbria, reporters concluded. The train travelled at more than 50 miles per hour and was just seconds from possible derailment when the driver finally braked.
The incident, which happened a year ago, has led to calls for changes in the way drivers' night shifts are managed. Peter Marshall reports.
Thousands of tonnes of freight moves along the nation's railways without incident every year. But in the early hours of August the 17th last year, on this stretch of the West Coast Main Line in Cumbria, there was near disaster. A northbound freight train operated by the company DB Schenker was travelling uphill between Tebay and Shap en route to Glasgow, but it came to a halt and started rolling backwards. The locomotive, with its 13 wagons, weighed 715 tonnes and was about 500 metres long. It rolled backwards for 4.5 minutes in darkness, covered 2.2 miles and reached a speed of 51 miles per hour. Signallers blocked the line to try and prevent any collision, and luckily there were no other trains in the area at the time. No one was hurt, and the train was stopped by the driver before hitting sidings at Tebay. A Rail Accident Investigation Branch report says it happened because the driver was fatigued, working a first night shift after a number of day shifts. It warns the mathematical model adopted by most of the rail industry is likely to underpredict the probability that high levels of fatigue will be experienced by people working a first night shift. This stretch of line has seen tragedy before. In 2004, 4 rail workers were killed by a runaway trailer. The report recommends that freight train companies look closely at shift patterns. It says they should limit the duties of drivers when they work the first in a series of night shifts. DB Schenker says it's working on the recommendation, and the Office of Rail Regulation is reviewing guidance on how companies manage fatigue. Peter Marshall, BBC North West Tonight, Shap.
Now, for years, 16-year-old